Our Game Day Live edition. I'm your host, Stephen Vanover. And we're here tonight a little bit late as we're getting off, and it's a fantastic start with the LA Rams already up 13 to nothing over the Chiefs in our game of the week. And wow, it has come out just about like we figured it would with both teams, both guns blazing. But it is the Rams who have shown that they have what it takes, and they are at home. The Chiefs seem a little bit out of sorts. Let's take a look at what's happened so far. And 13, they started out with the 6, came back with the 7 just now. There really doesn't seem to be much that's going to be stopping or slowing down the Rams at this point. And that's what we really are going to be talking about. You have Sammy Watkins that came back for the Chiefs. Everything was in place for the Chiefs. The Rams had some injuries. They were set up to roll, but the Chiefs have yet to run into a really talented top-to-bottom defense yet. And this is the first week. And so what we are looking at so far is the Chiefs roiling from this. But hey, this is a 60-minute game. It's not going to be over quite this fast. These guys are going to come out, they're going to play hard, and they're going to figure out move, counter move, move, counter point, and go back and forth. This is just the first soiree, but it's very interesting to note that as they come out with their first drives on both sides so far, the Chiefs have had no answer. They're here on the sidelines right now as we're watching, and the defense is in heavy consideration on the sideline as they're trying to figure out how to slow down the Rams' passing attack. And the problem is they're giving away inside releases. And when you give away inside release to a quarterback with a quick release like Goff, he's going to read it, he's going to see it, he's going to go throw the ball out in front where his receiver can catch it, and the defender is behind the guy. There's no chance, and they're going to eat you up all day long. And that's what they've been doing. What I can't figure out is why they are doing this. They have Orlando Scandrick playing in the slot for Kansas City, a very savvy defender. He played with the Cowboys for years. He is a plus defender in the slot. He can stick with these guys. They are calling a scheme that is not fitting what they're trying to do. Or more specifically, the Rams are figuring out how to slide inside of it. And that's weird. It's like they're so afraid of the Rams getting outside and down deep on them that they're giving up that inside slot move. And the Rams are just saying, okay, I'll take that all day long, go up and down the field. Well, what's going on now? The Rams are kicking off, and we got a pretty good one. Guy's going to take it on about the half-yard line. He comes out to the 15, the 20. Oh, goes airborne from about the 22 to the 25. Nothing there so much. Kickoffs are massively different than they used to be. You can't do the wedges, the flying wedges, the dual wedges, the two-man wedges. Really, seriously, how do you make a wedge with two guys? You really don't. So now it's really a mishmash, and we saw a great story the other day that our engineer Lee threw up where kickoffs are basically just guys running down the sidelines. Occasionally they're cut one back up the middle, but not really, not very often. It's a pretty boring play. Okay, we start out at first down. We have a delayed, oh wow, it's a play action fake. And he didn't know. He almost handed it off to the defender. There was so many guys in the backfield. Mahomes looks a little rattled. His eyes do not look ultimately confident. He got rid of that last play after the play action. He had a guy in his grill, got it out to Kelsey in the right-hand flat. I mean, a yard, maybe two. It's going to be a 2nd and 8, 2nd and 9 here. They're in the shotgun, coming back. It's a handoff straight up the middle to Hunt. Oh, wow, he gets a break, breaks a tackle. Nice stiff arm breaking out to the left side on Johnson. Gets about a 20, 25-yard gain going out to the left. That is what the Kansas City Chiefs need. Wow. Donald was slipped up and went to the right. Anytime you get by Aaron Donald, it's a good move. And Hunt broke a tackle there in the second level and really got up the field in a hurry. The guy's got some giddy up and some go. He's a fun guy to watch. By the way, we'd like to take a moment here for the next play to remind you this is the Barley Forge game of the week, the Monday Night Football. So be sure and check out Barley Forge. It's a great product. Thank you. Come back, we have a completion out into the left flat to Hill. Just a nice little pickup. Boom, there you go. Got another first down. This is classic Kansas City football. This is what we were expecting and not seeing earlier. They looked rattled. They looked discombobulated. Now they look to be in gear with what's going on here. Hill comes out, setting at the line. He's splitting out wide right. You have Mahomes in the shotgun, and Hill, moved over to the slot. They're adjusting, and yes, the Rams are moving around quite a bit. It's a big play. They are coming. Pressure, but he gets the ball off deep, and there's Hill in the end zone. He turns around, gathers the ball in quite nicely as it settles into his chest. How he got by the defender, I don't know. You know he's going deep. How do you let that happen? Doesn't matter. He did let it happen. That's 6 points for Kansas City, 13 points for the Rams. We got the extra point coming up. Let's look at this play again. He's coming out of the right-hand slot. They try to get a jam on him. It did not work. Total escape. I do not know what happened. He had help in the middle, number 20 for the Rams, and Joyner. He left him. He let him go. That is a blown assignment by Joyner. When Joyner gets to the sidelines, he's got some explaining to do. He had his grill right in the guy's face, and he stepped out of the way to let the guy go to get open to get in the end zone. What is going on? Do they have the same bookie? I don't know, but it sure looked like it. Let's take a break here for just a moment. You guys smoke them if you got them. We're going to take a break here while I look up some stats on what's going on. I want to find out about Joyner and what his PFF rating is for this year. I really don't suspect it's very good. He used to be a starter in this league. He is a nickel cornerback for the Rams right now. And I tell you what, I'm thinking he looks like maybe a dime or a quarter at this point. He is not getting the job done. So when you're talking about this matchup, and now we're going to flip back over, we got the extra point coming up, you really have to wonder what Kansas City is going to do, because they are all about team speed. How do you get the speed out wide? That's been Andy Reid for the past 30 years. He has not changed. He just finds different parts and pieces to enact it and make it happen. So what he's done right here is he's created the Kansas City Chiefs. He sent Alex Smith packing while he had two legs to walk on. And he just surrounded Mahomes with just all the speed he could find at the skill positions. Then he flips the ball to him in space and lets him run. It's really not that complicated what he's doing, but it is fun to watch. Here, are they going to go for the 2? That is really interesting. I think that the chart says that you do go for 2 here because the other team only got the 6 on the first go-round. Wow, that's going to be interesting to see how he's feeling when you're playing away. Boy, there is the conservative bent of keep it close to the vest. But then again, this is Andy Reid. How close to the vest can you make it? So you got Tyreek Hill, speed guy. Chris Conley, speed guy. Heck, the fullback, Anthony Sherman. Okay, now he's not a speed guy. You got me on that. Kareem Hunt, speed guy. Patrick Mahomes, that's a speed guy at quarterback. Travis Kelce, a speed guy for a tight end. Okay, not a speed guy per se, but for a tight end, yeah, he's definitely fast. So basically, everywhere you look on the skill positions here with Kansas City, you are seeing speed. And that is what is happening. And in no uncertain frame of mind or frame of reference, if you can't handle the speed from the outside and the speed crossing the field, you're going to give up a lot of points, and that is what has been happening. A gorgeous view of the Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum. And I have to admit, the field is better than the one after Shakira down in Mexico City, or at least it is according to the photos. And by the way, they just kicked it. They did not go for 2. And the kickoff here goes down deep. He brings it out of the end zone, but only to the 15. Not a good move there, guy. You'd have just put your knee down. You could have had it on the 25. They're showing the replay here, and they're showing Joyner just freeze with the deer in the headlights look right as he comes by him, and nobody can figure out what he was freezing at, what he was looking at. Did he put his eyes in the backfield on the quarterback and the quarterback look him off? Please tell me that's not what happened. But my goodness, I think it did. Joyner, a multi-year vet, got looked off by a sophomore QB for a touchdown. Ouch. Okay, the Rams, they know how to come back from this. First down, give it to Gurley. That's what you want to do. I'll have a beer on that. Yeah, Gurley all day long. Number 34. Now, over on the sideline, they got Andy Reid and Mahomes. You won't see that happen very often. Mahomes comes off. The head coach is no longer up on the sidelines. He sits down with his QB. Make no mistake about it, Kansas City offense is Andy Reid's. Okay, Goff takes the shotgun snap, throws a dart across the middle, and he was wide open in a very loose zone for Kansas City. It's almost like they're waiting for the other team to mess up versus try to make them mess up. I mean, this is a soft zone. They did rush 4 guys, but my goodness, you've got to come up with something scheme-wise. Okay, there's a play action, and he is going deep, and he has a guy open. Oh, we're looking for a flag. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4 flags. Yeah, the Kansas City defender is trying to act like, what? Who? Me? Come on. I saw it well before the play was over and well before the flags came in. The play action worked. He got behind him. He started holding him and dragging him all the way through. They are going to have a conversation about it because there were some hands going pitty-pat back and forth by the time the ball got there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 referees. Oh, man, even the guy from the sideline came in. That's pretty interesting. Okay, so holding on the defense, that is declined. Pass interference on the defense, that is accepted. So that was why the big thing. There was so many penalties on him. He held him first, and then when the ball was in the air, he pass interfered. So instead of the 5, it's going to be the 15 yards, and actually from the spot of the foul. Oh, man, come on. The ball's in the air, and he takes his hand and gives him a chin shot, and his head snaps back while the ball's in the air. Yeah, that's pass interference. Okay, next play. How did he complete that? That was a quick out to Higbee, the tight end. And as opposed to being a straight out 90 degree, it was coming back to the ball, but to the outside. Really weird. And he got it in there in between 3 guys. Really impressive how he did that. Eric Berry for the Chiefs, they're showing him now. He's on the sidelines. Wow, that's a guy you do not want to have on the sidelines. The heart and soul of the defense. They are showing blitz right now, the Chiefs are. But it doesn't matter. They're running the ball. Gurley puts his shoulder down. Bust up for a nice 6 to 8 yard gain. I'm going to call it 7.5. He's pretty excited. And, that's the thing. They're going downfield. They're going left. Play action, right, left. What happens if they just let him have it? Oh, my goodness. Gurley can score from anywhere. Right now, the ball's on the 18-yard line. Play action to Gurley. He's looking. Oh, man, goes into the inside. We have another first down. Goff went to 3 different guys on his check down there. Goff could not have done this as a rookie. Well, in Fisher's defense, I don't think there were 3 options. So, and Goff took a shot right as he let go. Not much of one, though, with the new rules. In the old rules, they would have been scraping him off the turf. All right, now the ball is on the 5-yard line. They're going to give it to Gurley inside. It's just a pileup. He's pushing hard. He probably got a yard, but I might be generous in giving him that. And yeah, right now, Sean McVay is very excited into the referee's grill. All of a sudden, they got it back together. Whatever they were discussing is now done and gone. There's only 27 seconds left in the first quarter. The score is Kansas City 7, Los Angeles Rams 13. And 18 seconds on the clock. It looks like they're going to let it count down. No, they're going to come out and get a playoff here at the end of the first quarter. 9 seconds on the clock. Oh, yeah, they have to, actually. Okay, and play action to Gurley again, going for the fade. Looks like a touchdown. Is it? No. 1 foot in, 1 foot out. You got to get both of them in the NFL. This is not college. He should have known that. Come on, man. 1. Oh, no. When your big toe's sticking out on the line, you got to dig that toe down inside the line, not over the line. pretty much goated that. Sean McVay has dialed up a fantastic offense here. And wow, what an opportunity for these guys to play in it. They're taking a commercial break right now, and so are we, as we're going to have a commercial here where I can actually catch my breath and think for a moment. You going to put that on pause? We're working on this. Thank you for your patience. This is new to us, our first live show. Thank you so much for your time. Three, two, one. And welcome back. We appreciate it. We are now down here on the goal line watching the replay of the play that didn't happen. And then they just did it one more time, this time to another receiver, but with the same result. But a ton of flags coming in. And I'm not certain which way these flags are going because there was a lot of pushing and shoving on both sides. The receiver wasn't really open, but he was one-on-one. So, hey, why not go for it? It is first down Los Angeles right here. Ball's in the air. Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, that's going to be a flag on Kansas City. That's pretty... Yeah, he had a hold of him right here on the, that's holding. Yeah, pretty much. Pass interference, ball's in the air. That one's, oh, but the ball got tipped. Wait a minute. Just as the ball's coming out, it got tipped. There should be no flag. If there is a flag here, if they do get a first down, this is a bad call. Once the ball is tipped, there is no pass interference. That's rule one, and Andy Reid seems to be very aware of it. He's over there making the, hey, it's tipped sign. Getting in, okay, he's smiling. The other guy's smiling. Everybody's smiling. But I don't think they're changing it, okay? Okay, he called a timeout to give them time because this is not challengeable. It was definitely tipped. The ball was tipped at the line, and that means there is no pass interference. Boom. That's a very easy call. It should go right. I hope it does go right. Oh, yeah. Now he's back live, and he's over there in the grill, and there's no more smiling now. Now you're seeing Andy Reid, the coach. What do you mean it's hitting right here? Yeah, he's up in his grill. He's getting his message across. Three of them over there talking to him. What's amazing to me is, right, these referees, that's all they do. All they have to do is watch how to referee. That is their job. And here's a coach. He's doing everything. Guys, in, out, everything. He spots it. He spots it. But they can't see it. 3 of them, 6 of them, and they can't see it. Come on, man. They need better referees. The NFL needs to jump up and get something done there. Okay, they're going to go to commercial break, which is always a good thing as we're dealing with the game of the week here, Kansas City Chiefs and the Los Angeles Rams. And I should say at the Los Angeles Rams, this was going to be the Mexico City game. Mexico was not too happy about it being brought back up here. It was the Shakira concert. And, the hips don't lie. I think this would have been an awesome match to have in Mexico City, but the pitch was in bad shape. The field just was not there. I think they made the right decision to bring it up here. I think they made a crappy decision to have it after a Shakira concert. What were they thinking? Come on, man. They had to know that was right. In the NFL, the stadiums have separate NFL-only surfaces. So you play a ball game, fine. The old days back in the 70s and the 80s when you would watch, the Oakland Raiders coming across the infield and everything. Those days are becoming a thing of the past. There's still a few stadiums, Oakland, that have that, but that's it. Every other stadium, they roll in a fresh turf just for the NFL or for whatever venue that they're using, and that way it's always in good shape, or at least acceptable shape. Mexico City is an older venue down there. They don't have that, much like what happened over in London when the NFL went there and they screwed it up for the soccer players. They played on the same pitch that they played a very important match for later, and a point came in. The guy made the shot, and the ball careened off a part in the pitch, went well over the goal. It would have gone in any other time of the year, but not after the NFL was there. So the NFL, not wanting to replicate that, they knew better. They didn't put up with it. They just said no and brought the game back up here. That's the way it goes. So Premier League, pay attention. You are the most popular sport in the league, but obviously not the smartest. Okay? Think about that for a minute. All right, we're going to be going back. All right, and the soccer guys here in the studio are all snickering. Okay. And there's more of them than there are the other. All right, Andy Reid's back. He still looks hot. So I don't know. Oh, it was reversed. Yes. Challenge was clear. The ball was clearly tipped. Hey, they finally got it right. But Andy can't let it go. He's still jacked up on the sideline, man, like he lost the bet. But he actually won the bet, so the Rams are going to line up for a field goal now instead of a first and goal from the one, which is a lot better for the competitiveness of this match, which is going to be back and forth down to the fourth quarter, I feel certain. Okay, now these are not a gimme here. This is a natural surface turf. You can look down at it. You can see where they've been playing, and they've been playing hard. Oh, not a commercial break. Wrong one there. Sorry. It's Sports Talk Line. Be sure and check us out if you're following us on Twitter at Sports Talk Line. You can find me on Twitter at Stephen Vanover. Okay, the kick is up, and oh, wow, that's about as dead center as you're going to get. This guy definitely does not kick for the Dallas Cowboys because that guy misses more than he makes lately. This was dead center, and now the Rams go up again more, but the Rams are kicking field goals while the Chiefs are scoring touchdowns. So when they come back from commercial, we're going to take a closer look at the Chiefs offense against this defense and talk about the breakdown and what the Chiefs are going to be doing to this defense and what the Rams are going to do to react to the inside attack that the Chiefs bought the last drive for the touchdown. We're here, but not here.
Not there.
Well, it does say commercial. Oh, excuse me. Does say commercial break. I got it right this time. Okay.
Well, you're out.
All right, we are back.
Back?
And 8 penalties today. Ouch, man. But they have been slowing Gurley down. Gurley has not been doing what he's been doing every game almost up to this point, which is basically running wild. The Chiefs, surprisingly enough, have done a good job. Kickoff, they let it bounce out to the end, back of the end zone. which is smart. And they will get the ball on the 25 when they come back. Now, last drive, wow. The Rams, it looked like, were determined to stop the Chiefs' outside attack. They were really pushing everything, not letting anything get wide. What the Chiefs did is they started releasing in, and you could see from the offset of the way that the Chiefs defenders, DBs, were playing, they were stopping the outside move. And they just started breaking inside, taking these inside patterns, different ones, slant, down and in, cross. And Mahomes did a really nice job putting the ball out in front of the receiver. They caught it and got yards after the catch. Now they come back here, first down, they hand off to Hunt. He goes up the middle, gets a nice little gain, come back for 2nd and 6. And he's changing the play at the line. The Rams aren't moving around much, so he's just looking at it and deciding to change up. It looks like it's going to be a quick pass to the outside. It is. They get in on him really nice. He manages to split the defenders, though. That was really nice. It was to Hunt on the outside, where you would normally throw a bubble screen to the receiver, but they had Hunt all the way out there. He took it, managed to split both defenders, but they hung on to him. He still ended up getting about 3 or 4 yards, so it's going to be 3rd and 2 now. So an interesting play. They did pretty good to hold it down. Again, the Chiefs on the outside are dangerous, and the Rams are obviously geared towards that. Now, what the Chiefs have done so far is come back to the inside when they really needed it. So let's see what happens here. All right, multiple options, as they say. And it looks like they're going to take a timeout here by the Kansas City Chiefs. They did not like what the Rams were presenting to them. And Mahomes called the timeout rather than press the issue. All right, he's over at the sideline. He's talking to Andy Reid. The Rams look relaxed. Aaron Donald and company, and Sue's there looking very Sue-like. I mean, that's one intense-looking individual, Namda Sue. I mean, wow. Not a guy you want to argue with. I don't care if you're right. Just say, okay, sir. Yes, sir. The earth is flat, whatever you say, and move on. That way you're going to have a much better day, trust me. All right, the fans are really going nuts here. This is a 30-second timeout, but it is at a critical time. All right, wow, here it goes. And he is changing the play again as they shift formation. Oop, changed their mind. Oh, wow. And he's going deep. And he gets it open to Hill on a crossing pattern. Going to, you guessed it, the outside. How he got open on the outside is really a mystery. Coming from the slot on the left, crosses all the way over. Exactly what I told you about. Instead of going to the outside from the side, what they do is they come to the inside and come all the way across. Again, he puts the ball over the defender in front of the receiver. Hill gathers it in. He tackles him immediately. It doesn't matter. It's an easy first down for about 20 yards. Okay, 1st and 10. They come back again from the shotgun. That's where he operates, man. And it's going to be a handoff. Oh, no, a fake handoff to the inside. Play action. Had a wide open Travis Kelce. I mean, wide open. And Kelce just mistimed the leap. It was hilarious. It was like looking at the kid that doesn't really have it together physically yet, trying to jump for the pass. And he went early. The ball, and so he's coming down from the jump, and then the ball goes over his head. It was quite humorous, actually. Come on, Kelce. You got to do better than that, man. I mean, how much money are you making? Please, sister. That was embarrassing. All right, let's change up the background view. SportsTalkLine, game of the week. I like that. Okay, now 2nd down. They got nothing for that one. Again from the shotgun. 2 seconds on the clock. Again with the play action. He's rolling out to the left. Oh, throws to a wide open Hill going down and out. Had 2 guys on top of him. They don't want him to get deep, but they left him wide open underneath. Hey, guess what? That's called a first down. That is not going to win you games. It may not get you embarrassed for like, oh, I didn't give up the 60-yard bomb. Hey, if you give up this play 6 times, it's a touchdown. Hill did a great job just dropping both of his feet in to get him in bounds before he went out. Just really athletic play. Okay, right up the middle, delayed handoff to Hunt. He's going to get about 6, maybe 7 yards. Right now, the Rams defense is in a quandary. They do not know what is coming next. They are playing on their heels, and the Kansas City Chiefs show no sign of slowing down. 2nd and 4 here. And Mahomes comes out, walks up like he's going to go under center. No, he's not. He's in the shotgun again. That's where that guy lives. Goes out, empty backfield, left and right. Got slot to the right as well. He's taking it down, moving the clock down, 10 seconds, snaps the ball. Stands tall in the pocket, catches his guy right underneath, 2 yards short of the goal line. Conley makes the grab, is immediately tackled, but hey, that's the 2.5-yard line. There is a flag on the play, though, and where they throw this flag, it usually means holding, and it usually means the ball's coming back. Oh, wait, yes, that is exactly what happened, okay? They will go backwards. That's a 10-yard penalty. So instead of 1st and goal from the 2, okay, now this isn't really a penalty. I'm sorry. On Aaron Donald, you grabbed his face mask, then you grabbed his jersey, then you grabbed his pants. You had 2 more places to grab before that's actually a penalty against Aaron Donald. He's that good. It's called a handicap. Okay, now he's going to go down. Now it's 2nd down and a bunch, but it's still, oh, wow, wide open again in the flat. How did they do that? He got an easy 10 yards, got Hunt on a linebacker. How do you match up Hunt on a linebacker? That's what's called a mismatch. Linebackers, okay, maybe 1 or 2 could cover him, but that's back in the day. Another flag on the play. Again, Kansas City has had problems with its offensive line. The Rams do have talent on defense. It's just, exactly where is it coming? Okay, no foul. They picked it up. They're not even telling us what it is. Okay, they're showing a replay here and not about the foul. They're just trying to show how the play didn't work. It was pretty obvious how it didn't work, okay? It was a bad play all the way around. When you hold Aaron Donald like that, it's just not going to work. Okay, now we have it again. Here we go. Oh, wow, he's got pressure, having to roll out. The Rams just brought the house. He didn't know what to do, but he didn't go down. He managed to get out to the right-hand side, and he did roll out. Maybe only lost a yard, but there is a flag on the play. This could be holding on either team. We will wait. Tick-tock, tick-tock. Holding! Oh, against the Rams this time. And, that makes a lot of sense because he pulled the ball down twice. So if the Rams defense was holding in the backfield, that would explain why the coverage was so good. I did not actually see that. And I had a good look at the field, so that's going to be interesting to find out exactly who it was. Doesn't look like they're going to tell us, though. So the Barley Forge mystery penalty of the day, and nobody really knows who it was called on. Okay, now they are out. They're in slot left formation. Again from the shotgun, Kareem Hunt hands it off up the middle. He gets maybe half a foot. I mean, that was great. You're going in against Sue and Aaron Donald. That's your call on the goal line. Okay, I guess it worked elsewhere. It did not work here today. Again, Aaron Donald, Sue, defensive tackles, and you're going to give a delayed handoff up the middle. That's your go-to play? Okay, you might want to rethink that. Okay, now they are in slot right. Okay, 1 receiver to the left, 3 to the right. Hunt's in the backfield. And from the shotgun, he's definitely going up and changing the play. 6 seconds left on the snap clock. Hunt moved over to the left. A lot going on here. Looks like he's going to roll out, going to try and run it in himself. He slid down at about the 1-yard line. Man, I don't like this play, okay? Basically, he called an option pitch to the left. But what he's doing right here, he's faking the slide a little bit and holding off so that he can get extra yards. He's taking these extra, I'm wearing a petticoat, I'm wearing a dress rules and using them to his advantage. Put your shoulder down if you're going to make a running play. Don't do this wimpy-ass bullshit. This is not football. This is BS. Okay, now it's from the 1.5 yard line, from the shotgun, Hunt's in the back slot right. The exact same play. This time he pitches it out to Hunt, who does put his shoulder down and runs like a man. However, they treated him like a boy and put his stuff out of bounds about a yard deep in the backfield. Again, that was a BS play. This is a BS call. I don't like the way they run it. I don't like the way football has made this. But that's on Mahomes, too. He shouldn't be doing it that way. We know what we call that where I'm from, and it's not a nice word. Okay, guys, you got stuffed. You had I don't know how many tries down here on the goal line, and you're settling for 3. Wow, not good, not good. That's what you get for taking a wimp play like that. Wow, Mahomes, man, you just dropped way down in my book with that play. Wow, that was straight through. That was a solid kick. Okay, that was an interesting thing until that right there, the Rams defense was getting owned by Kansas City. I mean, owned. Finally, they showed some backbone, and they stood up, and they made the stop when they had to, held them to 3. We're going to take a break right now here, a commercial break. We will be back shortly. Thank you so much. And welcome back to the game of the week, Kansas City Chiefs at Los Angeles Rams. This is supposed to be live per se, but we understand with YouTube it's actually going out on about a 10-second delay. So this is our first show, so we're going to change up a little bit, and instead of doing like a live play-by-play, we're going to more or less talk about what has happened and dive into any individual aspect a little deeper rather than try to go hang for hang and see if that works a little bit better. Give us some feedback in the comments below and let us know which style you like better, the delayed play-by-play or the delayed more in-depth. And we're going to dive into the more in-depth right now. Right now we're watching the McVay Magic commercial, which is not very in-depth. I want to talk again about more what Kansas City was doing on offense to the Rams on defense. It's to the outside, okay? And there's 2 ways to get to the outside. If you're on the right-hand side, you can go down and out to the right, okay? It gives you a very narrow window to work on, 5 to 10 yards on either side. What the Kansas City's doing is they're coming across the field to get to the outside. And that is really giving the Rams defenders fits. They aren't able to hang with them. Basically, they go, X number of yards downfield, and they're either going to cut a 90 or a 45, a 36, whatever degree they want, and then just start running. And the guy can't keep up with it. It's that simple. There's nothing really complicated about it. Now, the Rams came back, and they're doing what they need to do against this type of offense. Yes, offense against offense. They're giving the ball to Gurley. And wow, the Chiefs just did what they need to do against the Rams offense. They dialed up a blitz and got a beautiful sack on Goff. Goff did a smart thing. He pulled the ball down and ate it. He looked out, and there was a total blown job here because somebody came unblocked on Goff's right-hand side, and Williams came through untouched. 320-something pounds untouched, and Goff was just going, "Oh goodness me, why me?" It was not a good situation to be in. All right, Goff right now is back in the shotgun, empty backfield. He's going downfield, good blocking, but he has to pull the ball down, and he's going to get sacked again. And it looks like he dropped the ball. Looks like there is a fumble, and I believe the Kansas City Chiefs have it. It was close. There's a possibility his knee could have been down before the ball came out. I don't think that is the case at all. From what I saw, it looked like a clean jack out as he's coming around. Yeah, watching on the replay here, this is a clear fumble. This is the Chiefs getting on top. I think that the Rams have what it takes here to outplay the Chiefs. What I'm seeing right now is the Chiefs the Rams are getting outcoached. Okay? And I don't mean to say that Sean McVay is a bad coach. That's not what I'm saying at all. What I'm saying here right now is Andy Reid has his guys up and on top. They're playing with urgency. They're flying around. Whereas on Rams on defense, they're reacting. All right. Until they got backed up against the goal line, they were showing no aggressiveness. On offense, they looked not passive, but not aggressive. Okay, now the Chiefs are coming back. Wow. All right, this was a double fake, left-right, misdirection, then dump it off to Hunt into the right-hand flat, who just zips up the right-hand side, weaves through a little bit of traffic, not much, for an easy touchdown, as the Chiefs have the Rams back on their heels, discombobulated. The Rams do not know what is hitting them right now. Right now, what we have on one side is Sean McVay. What we have on the other side is Andy Reid. And Andy Reid is out coaching Sean McVay, even though Sean McVay, I believe, has the better hand. All right? He's just getting out coached. Remember, when you play poker, it's not what you have in your hand that counts. It's not the cards. It's the player across from you is what matters, and you're playing each other. And these two guys are doing just that. This was a gorgeous misdirection play using the Rams' defensive speed against itself. First fake to the left, then fake back to the right so that the defenders are taking false step, then turn around and pass it back to the right where you were originally going. So now you have defenders who have basically moved almost nowhere, i.e. flat-footed, and Hunt just burst up using that speed, and he's almost to the goal line, really, before anyone can react to them. Just a glorious play, really done well. Okay, we're going to take a break here while they get back and recover and try and figure out what they are going to do. And we're going to listen to your comments and see how you like the new approach towards the delay. Thank you. right, and welcome back. They've just done the kickoff, and of course the flag comes out because why not? It's the kickoff. And holding, oh my goodness, on the receiving team. Who would have ever thought? Okay. While that's going on, it's really interesting. Oh, by the way, we checked in the comments. I believe Lee had a question about Aqib Talib. Does he think that it is harming, detrimental to the Los Angeles Rams that he's not playing? How do I put this bluntly? Freaking A. He's one of the best cornerbacks in the league. Now, he's not as good as he used to be, don't get me wrong. But he is an enforcer, and he knows how to play position. He doesn't have to have the speed that he used to have. He knows how to play position. He knows what to do. Him not being out there is immensely important because it shifts everything. Now everybody's got to play one position up. The guy that used to cover the fourth best receiver is now covering the third best receiver, and so on. So yeah, missing him, is that important? Oh, that's hugely important. Absolutely. Great question, by the way. And thanks, and be sure and drop some more in there, and we will try to get to them as we can. Okay, the Rams are coming out, and of course they have the spread offense. Gurley is in the backfield. They're coming from the shotgun, of course. Man in motion. They're moving around. The Kansas City Chiefs are staying pretty static. They're going deep, and oh man, what a nice pass. Wasn't as deep as I thought. Only about a 25-yarder. Only about a 25-yarder. That's what you want. Caught Coop coming in, going left to right. Just about right on the hash marks. I mean, what a beautiful pass. He comes out, he catches it with both hands, just right where they're supposed to be. The ball was just right on the numbers. They're going to go from that to a play action, and they're going for the money. Oh, he went deep, and let's just be frank. He overthrew him by about 3/4 of a yard. Seriously, it was that close. He went to a spot on the field, and actually, I don't think he overthrew him so much as I think that the defender got just a little bit of hip into him, enough to throw him off of his route to where that didn't happen. That was a beautifully set up play, but I'm pretty sure that the defender was able to knock him off of his route just enough because the ball was thrown to a specific point on the field and it looked to be right on the sideline where it needed to be. Okay, he's coming in now. He's under center, which is a little unusual and usually means run, okay? And wow, guess what? It means run. I don't know who they're trying to fool with that. I mean, he hardly ever passes when he comes under center. The Dallas Cowboys do the same thing. It's like Dak Prescott under center. Oh, guess what? He's going to hand off. Yeah, guess what? He did. Same thing here. He went to Gurley. Didn't get much for it this time. The Chiefs, again, are doing an excellent job on run defense this game. Much better than they have against the rest of the league. Okay, now we have Goff, and he's going to be back in the shotgun again. And they run a lot of Gurley in the backfield with him. He's looking deep. This is not a play action. He went to his third and fourth option, took a shot across the middle of the field in tight coverage, and it was slapped down. That will be a defensed pass. Wow, that was a bit risky, but I guess when you can throw the ball that hard, you can get away with it. He just missed getting sacked from the backside, but he was feeling it. You could see how he stepped forward, slid forward just a wee bit. Now this is going to force the punt. So we got Tyreek Hill back there. And whenever you have Tyreek Hill back for a punt, wow, that's not good. Because that can be 6 points going the other way in a hurry. Nice directional punt we have here. Drove him back into the far corner. He slipped everybody. Comes up to the 15. He's going to the 20, the 22. Excuse me. He's down about the 24-yard line. He's given the shimmy shoulder shake. How he got out of the corner there was amazing. But, of course, you get what? The flag. Oh, my goodness. I mean, I realize that penalties need to be called, but, oh, man, on big plays, they just are, seriously, it's almost like, you ought to have the old, eye for an eye. Like, if you hold a guy with that hand, you ought to lose that hand. After, like, X number of calls, there should be something more severe than a yellow flag. All right. Religious law in the NFL. Is it time? I don't think so, but hey, it is an option. Uh, then, oh, wow. And it happened right at the spot of the foul. That's going to put them back inside the shadow of their own goal post as they take over. What a horrific foul after a beautiful run back. I mean, Hill has shake, he's got bake, and then whatever comes after that. The guy is just fun to watch. I mean, serious fun. If you enjoy football, and not just the deep pass. If you enjoy football, the running game, a guy like Tyreek Hill, when he gets this ball in his hands, no matter if he caught the pass, it was coming down, it doesn't matter. Once he gets the ball in his hands, that's some exciting stuff. Okay, they're taking a commercial break. So are we. Be back in a quick moment. Thank you. Okay, in the shadow of their own goalpost, we're talking about the 4-yard line. Going to throw a quick out, trying to get Hill busted loose up the right-hand side. Does to a degree. That's a really smart play. I mean, that's nothing more than a quick handoff. It just way to the outside. And Hill does an excellent job, gets loose. I think he comes up just short of the first down, but they may give it to him. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 moves he puts on the poor defender before he leaves him in the dust and gets up the sideline. 3rd and 1, he was just short. They're in the shotgun again. They got triple left. They're going to go set it up for the bubble screen. Again, the same play. They just ran it to the other side, and it worked just as well. I mean, there's not a whole lot one-on-one you can do against Hill. Hill is just shifty. He catches the ball. He makes 3 moves, and the guy that he's facing is just getting his feet down. It's just not fair, but it is so fun to watch. I have to say, the Rams are going to have to come up with something. The ball's on about the 19-yard line. Tyreek Hill tonight is 6 receptions, 102 yards. Think about that. Ouch. I mean, that's coming up, 18, 20 yards a catch. That's nasty. And then you're going to give the ball to Hunt on the inside, a guy that's stronger, but almost as fast. Some things just are not fair. Again, the Chiefs are using misdirection on almost every play. They'll send one guy to the right, then the ball's going to the left. Not every play, but almost every play. And it's working. The Rams are definitely getting caught in a east-west twixt twain situation, and it's wearing them out. They are using the Rams' own speed on the defensive line specifically against them, and it's amazingly effective. I would have thought that basically Donald and Sue would have been better at that, and really I guess they are, because what's happening here is it's happening on the edges. they when they do go up in the middle, it's in a delayed handoff situation, and then they're waiting to see which way Donald specifically and or Sue goes, and then they curve around and go away from them. Going at them is definitely not going to work because they just shed and grab. This is an extremely effective method. Other teams are going to be watching this. Now, other teams aren't going to have the personnel that the Chiefs have, but sometimes they have part of the personnel, and they can do it in certain situations, and they can call up these plays and make a big difference in the game. How important would this have been, in games that they won that were close games earlier in the year if this film had been out on them? I don't know. That's very interesting and something we're going to keep a close eye on as we move forward. Take another quick break here, and we're going to be right back. Thank you. Patrick Mahomes, 161 yards, 2 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, empty backfield in the shotgun. And he's looking deep, but he doesn't get deep. He's taken down. He fumbles the ball. It's picked up. It's in. It's 6 points for the Rams defense. We're talking defensive score, the scoop and score, as they're calling it on the television. And what a great play. And who did it? You know who did it. All world, the man, future Hall of Famer, Aaron Donald, comes right up the middle, grabs him, slides down, gets rid of the ball, flips Mahomes over. The ball comes tumbling out. The linebacker, okay, the replay's coming up now. Hold on. Stall. Number 50, Ebson? All right, doesn't matter. Ebram, okay. Number 50 grabs him. And what a great play by him. Picks up the ball on the run. The ball is rolling oblong, going east-west. He snacks it up, picks up the ball, gathers it in both hands, making sure it doesn't get slapped out, walks in. I tell you what, quick look at Mahomes on the sideline. I love the look in the young man's eyes. He was not happy. He was looking left, looking right, but he was shaking it off. That's what he has to do. He has to have that short memory. Good job there, young man. You impressed me with that. But you know what really impressed me even more was Aaron Donald. And let's be frank about why I'm so excited. Yes, he's on my fantasy team. Yes, I just got raked on that. Forced fumble, baby. That's like 6 points, something like that. Next time, take it in yourself, Donald. Don't go halfway there, okay? No, that was exciting. And for fantasy IDP players, wow, 2 guys there for the Rams defense just did good. Or if you had the Rams defense, you are doing backflips, okay? Our fantasy crew over at SportsTalkLine right now, oh, I wish I could get on and see the chat line where they are. I'm sure we'd have some interesting comments, to say the least. And by the way, let's take a quick moment for me to give a shout out to them. Go to ProFootballTalkLine.com. Check the fantasy section. 5 excellent writers there of the Sports Talkline crew. The biggest stardom situm of the whole web is there, where they all 5 pitch in on, all 4 of them on on one start sit all together. You don't have to go flipping back and forth. It is huge. It is the best one, and you can find it right there on ProFootballTalkLine.com. Check it out. The fantasy information there, and Ben Stecker is the head of that, at softball_guy. He's the man there. Be sure and check it out. And hey, tell him you heard about it from me. All right, back to the game. They're showing the replay here as they come back. And what they're looking at on the replay, of course, is the coverage. And this had a little bit to do with it because the coverage was solid, okay? It was man coverage. They were in tight. It was solid. But Donald got there so fast. Unless they were calling a slant, he was going to get there, all right? So the coverage didn't matter that much. What mattered was they did not have a quick pass called. So he had a moment to get there. Oh, nice inside screen to Kelsey. Started to develop, but he actually ran off and left his blockers. Kelsey, what were you thinking? Sure, there was more room there, but no help. My goodness, that didn't go anywhere. 1:27 left in the first half as the clock ticks down. The ball's on the 35, and they're going into the hurry-up offense. And Mahomes doing a good job getting the guys around him together, getting them rallied to the ball so that they can get the next play off. He's doing his job. But they're not really making, 4 or 5 yard plays aren't really what you want here. You want 8 to 10 yard plays. And he's getting 2 yards to the outside. The guy did not get out of bounds. This is not what you want in the 2-minute drill. That's what you want in a 4-minute drill. Guess what? This is not that. Under 50 seconds left at this point. And he's back in the shotgun. Finally, he's looking down the middle. Caught Kelsey running deep. Got open over the 30, over to the 25, now to the 20. Time out. What a big play as Kelsey came open, coming left to right, across the middle, up the right-hand hash. Again, Mahomes does a beautiful job throwing it over the defender into the receiver's hands. And then Kelsey just blasts the safety and just lifts him into another zip code and takes a few more yards past him. You got to love that. Kelsey is a big man. The DBs, not so much. All right, that is a huge play, and that leaves 34 seconds on the clock, but they are not only in field goal range, they are in where they can even run the ball at this point, maybe once. They can definitely take a few shots to the inside, throwing the ball. That's what they do. They come out in the shotgun. They have Hunt as the single back in the backfield. They'll split wide right and left, slot right. He's going back. He has times. He takes off. He pulls the ball down. He is running. He gets out of bounds. He got maybe a yard, maybe a yard and a half, okay? 27 seconds on the clock. That was a good play. Specifically, what I saw the Rams happen last time they got down here and the field compressed behind them is they got better. And I saw the same thing there. Better coverage. Mahomes did a great job. He recognized early. He had nobody. He pulled the ball down. He kept it up so it looked like he might throw it, but no. He was looking to run. He put on the Jets, and there just wasn't anywhere to go. They had it covered. Nice spy on him. Same situation as before. And wow, Donald gets free again, coming in. He's going to throw the ball away. It might be a touchdown. No, it's out of bounds to Kelsey. What a pass, what a throw, what a route. Basically what happened is Donald chased him out. Mahomes is going to his right. Kelsey makes it to the corner of the end zone, right where the pylons are, goes down. The ball is thrown right to where the pylon is. Kelsey goes down to his knee, gets both hands on the ball, and unfortunately, the ball hits the ground before he can gather it in. It was that close, people. My goodness, it was that close. Fantastic to watch. Just fantastic to watch. Okay, there's going to be a timeout here as both sides try and figure out what's going on. I believe the Rams called this timeout. It's 3rd and 4. Aaron Donald is getting plenty of water. There's 20 seconds on the clock. It's basically one play here. They can afford to run it. They can do whatever they want right here. This is an exciting time. The score is Los Angeles Rams 23, Kansas City Chiefs 17. This is the end of the first half, 3rd and 4. This is going to determine if they're going to go for the, or settle for the field goal attempt, as it were. The stadium is on fire. Everybody is on their feet. I can feel it from here. It is amazing what's going on watching. I can, even across the airwaves, the roar. Oh my goodness. Can you imagine being there in that stadium? He drops back. Wow, everybody's covered. No, they are not. Just as he scrambles forward, he catches coming across the middle. Again, coming across. Team speed. Doesn't matter what you call it, it's 6 points in the NFL record books. And now we got a football game 23-23 with the extra point coming. Oh my goodness. Just like we called it with Sharky and I on VanderShark in the game of the week, this is a shootout. Oh yeah. Wow, what a play. What a catch. The guy was totally in the air when he caught the ball. Came down on both knees, Conley. And wow, just what I said about Mahomes earlier. After he had that bad play on the sidelines, wiped it out of his brain. That was a confident man. And for the extra point, this will give Kansas City the lead right before the half. And it's up, it's through. It is no good. Oh my goodness. It is a tie game. He blew it. Butker blew one out of his butt, and the ball went wide left. That is no good. It is a tie game at the half. And man, when you miss an extra point like that, how many times in the history of the NFL has that come back to bite you? If I'm a betting man right now and I can run out and get a bet in on the Rams, I'm darn sure doing it, because the Chiefs now have karma biting them in the rear with that missed extra point. Hey, that's it for right now. We're going to take a halftime break. Check back with us shortly. We're going to break down what happens and get into a little inside information we have on something we think that the Rams can do to the Chiefs. and welcome back. I know that halftime is not quite over yet, but I just wanted to go over a few things. I was thinking back when Sharky and I were talking about this game of the week, and we were looking at the different aspects. One thing that Neil was talking about, again, and I know I mentioned it earlier, was the team speed. Oh my goodness. And that's what the Kansas City Chiefs are doing. They're just bringing so much team speed. And you look at what one of the commenters had mentioned about Aqib Talib being missed. And oh yeah, he's being missed. Not only is he being missed for his skill set from a physical and a mental standpoint, but his veteran leadership. There's some missed things going on the field. You'll see a replay afterwards, and I feel certain that we're going to cover it in VanderShark, where you're going to watch Joyner just get frozen like a deer in the headlights on about the 10-yard line as Tyreek Hill comes across in front of him running a pattern. And he's going like, wow, should I cover this guy? You're the last guy. Hell yeah, you're supposed to cover him. He goes right by him, 6 points, dropped in his hand. Matter of fact, he has to turn around and wait on the ball while Joyner is going, oh, what should I do? What should I do? It's really an awesome piece. I thought at this point, and it was happening earlier in the first quarter, that the Rams defense was going to have more to say about this game. And as I just said, in the first period, they did. And then it changed. They started running to get to the outside, they started going across the field. And I did not think they would be able to get the time, the blocking along the offensive line to allow them to do this. But they were. They are. They are getting enough time. Tyreek Hill is coming out on one side, going all the way across, and then he's getting him the ball to the outside on the other side of the field. Now, admittedly, it takes anybody a while to get across the field, but also it doesn't take Tyreek Hill as long as anybody else. He's that fast. So it's a combination of the two things, and also Mahomes is doing some nifty movement in the pocket. Normally, he gets outside the pocket, and actually, he does better outside the pocket. His stats are better outside the pocket than they are inside the pocket. However, he's working to stay close to the pocket. He's shifting almost in a Tom Brady-ish way. Oh my goodness, did I say it? Yes, I did. Okay. And it's fun to watch. It's very impressive, very impressive. The only downside I have about the Kansas City Chiefs in the first half was how do we put this bluntly? The chicken shit fake slide at the goal line instead of playing it like a man. Quarterbacks, if you're going to run the ball, run the ball. If you're not, don't. I mean, this is just wrong. Take it out of the game. The NFL needs to stop it. Don't let the quarterbacks run if you're going to let them do the fake slide tippy-tap thing. It's just an insult to anybody that's ever played the game or anybody with eyes. Come on. You can do better, NFL. All right, we're going to take a break till they get back on the field and get rolling. We'll talk to you shortly. And welcome back for the Kansas City Chiefs at the Los Angeles Rams. It is now the beginning of the third quarter, the second half. And we've already had one play, which was a short play out in the flat for, hey, not much. 14:47 left in the game. And we actually have Hill of the Rams down, and they're checking him. It looks like what I'm thinking is a left knee. Might be an ankle. But it looks like he's got the knee pretty locked up. One guy helping him off, Troy Hill, cornerback, number 32. He was trying to cover Collins on the outside. On the tackle, you couldn't really see the exact thing that caused the jar, but obviously it was something. As someone who's had that type of injury, it's not like, somebody just caught you from the side and cut your wheels out. Sometimes it's just, that's the way it is. But enough of that. And now, may I mention, as we come back, this is the Barley Forge, okay? This is the game of the week, and we're really happy to be here. And thank you so much for Barley Forge. And by the way, be sure and try their beers. As you can tell, they're pretty good. Hill's getting helped off to the locker room, and mine's getting ready to get a lot better. I'm handing it off here because it's getting low. Okay, yes, here you hear that beautiful sound? Yes, that's a Barley Forge getting replenished. It is a wonderful sound. Yes, and this is the way a proper Barley Forge beer looks. Actually, that's not true. A proper one looks like this. It is darn good beer. Recommend it. And hey, I like beer. It's one thing I know about. Football, beer. Okay, got two things going there. All right, now they're coming back on the field. They do have the flag. Everyone here in the engineering room is very excited because not only did I get a refill, everyone got a refill. So that's always a good day. Yes. Happy crew here. What's going on right now is really the whole game. All right, it's 23-23. They come out, and the Chiefs come out, and they've got some tools in the tool bag here. They've got some things that they're going to pull out, and it's working. They've already driven across midfield. The ball's on the 35-yard line. The Rams need an answer. Here, Mahomes out of the pocket, escapes to the right, rolls hard to the right, manages to gain a few yards, a flag on the play. What was really great about this is the coverage downfield. The Rams had excellent coverage, and that has been an ongoing problem. Again, the injuries in the defensive backfield for the Rams, everybody knows about them, but that's no excuse. You have to do the job. And on that play, they did. Illegal use of the hands on the defense, number 99. Hey, that is Mr. Aaron Donald, so guess what? That's first down. And, a lot of times that's usually on the offensive lineman. I saw on that play, and basically Aaron Donald took his hand and hooked and drove the guy's chin and helmet up and past. And, yeah, that's about as illegal hands to the face as you can get. This was not a penalty in question. All right, the next time they go back, they drop back. Aaron Donald says, you know what? I may have a penalty called on me. I may be guilty, but that doesn't matter because what I'm going to do is I'm going to slap your ass down on the turf, kick the ball out again. It worked so good in the first half. I'm going to do it one more time. And it works, and guess what? The Rams recovered. This is a total replay of what happened at the end of the first half, and comes around, catches Mahomes running away from him, and really, seriously, the same linebacker, almost picked it up and ran it in again. Unfortunately for the Rams, or however you want to look about it, they did recover it, but they were not able to score a 6 off of it. This is what Aaron Donald brings to the game. And let's be clear, with Sue next to him, you're not hearing Sue's name all the time. And that's just fine with Sue. Because Sue is there, they cannot leave that spot alone. If they leave Sue alone, he will eat them alive. So they have to put a guy on him every time. They cannot trick block him. He's a vet. And they actually have to put a chip on him sometimes too. He is a force of his own. This is giving Aaron Donald better looks, better situations. Whereas before he was getting triple teamed, now he's getting double teamed, but it's really a single and a chip. And that isn't enough. He blew through this. It's the same thing that happened at the end of the first half. It's men among boys time. He went in the back, the tomahawk of the right hand over, slammed down on Mahomes. The ball comes tripping out. They were very lucky it did not end up 6 points for the Rams right away. Now it's up to the Rams offense to try and do something with this. And that is why it's a team sport like no other. Every function of this team, every aspect of this team has to hold up their end. We're going to take a quick break, come back, and let's see if the Rams can get the job done against a tough, opportunistic, talented Chiefs team. Oh, yes, we are back, and we are back in a big way as the Rams take the big look downfield. Oh, my goodness, up the left-hand side. It's Jared Goff going deep. He's going for Mr. Brandon Cooks. Hits him right in the bread basket, and Brandon Cooks drops it. Oh, come on. Catch with your hand, Brandon. That's why you failed in, everywhere you've gone. Okay? Not failed. That's not true. Okay? But you've been traded moved for a reason, Brandon Cook, and that is why. Oh, man, come on. Both hands, and you're going to catch it in your bread basket? Catch it with your hands, man. There was nobody on you. You had no reason to do a body catch right then. That was bad. Hey, if it works and you catch it, love it. Beautiful. Body catch rocks. You didn't. Instead, you bumbled it. You blew it. Oh, man. The look on Sean McVay's face right now, he still hasn't recovered from it. All right, they're coming in. They're running the 4th and 1 play here. This is getting nasty. And this is going on. They're going to hand it off. Oh, they did not get it off. There is either a timeout or a penalty. I believe it is a timeout by the Kansas City Chiefs. And boy, did they dodge a bullet, because that was a handoff to Gurley off to the left, and he was off to the races. The Rams had brought everybody in really tight, really narrow, like basically we're going to do a quarterback sneak. And then he took the ball and reached way out with the long handoff and giving it to Gurley to the left, and Gurley was going to have one guy to beat, and I would have put my money on Gurley. Wow, that was a really interesting play. Somebody saw something along the Chiefs and got a timeout in from the sidelines. Okay, they're lining back up. This time it's more traditional. Single Gurley is in the backfield, though. It is 4th down. They are going for it. It is a play action to Gurley. He goes over the top. Oh, first down and a fumble, and then he picks up his own fumble again, the tight end, Higbee. Wow. That is that is really weird. Um, Higbee coming from the tight end position on the left side, running towards the left. Beautiful pass over the shoulder, caught it. Now there is a flag, and it is holding against the defense. So it really doesn't matter what happened on this play or how they're going to call it. It's going to be a first down. However, what I want to get to is Higbee caught it, fumbled it, rolled over in a tumble, and picked up the ball and then went out of bounds with it and fumbled it again. Boy, you talk about everything going your way. They got that, plus they got the penalty. The Rams are going to make a first down on that play, pretty much. Okay, they come out first and 10, and they are spread the quick hit, which is almost a bubble screen, if you will, to Higbee. But they had blockers out there, and they went hard. Normally, a bubble screen is a setback moment where you let the defense adjust and then you pick your way through. This wasn't like that at all. He threw the ball so fast and so hard, it was like a sweep. It was very aggressive to the left. Now it's a play action to the left, and what you want when that to do when you're doing a naked bootleg, which is what Goff was attempting to do, is you're counting on the defensive end or the guy that's locking down the edge over there to bite to the inside. Ford of the Kansas City Chiefs did not bite on anything except the QB, and Goff had to throw it away. Okay, he read that play from the get-go, and it went nowhere, and it went there in a hurry. It's a good call, but to be frank, I haven't seen that misdirection working on the Kansas City defense today. I'm curious about that. Now, from the shotgun they go, and they're working these bubble screens. And these are not really screens because they're up underneath, but they have blocking in front of them the way that they're designing them. This is really McVay being a genius. Instead of putting a screen way out on the left or the right or something like that, he's putting it inside and where the slot would be and a little up front. Really genius. Okay. Now we got 3rd and goal from the about the 7-yard line. He's sitting back there with Gurley in the shotgun. Oh, and this is actually looking pretty good. He's rolling right, going up the middle. He's going to run it. He's going to walk in. Everybody went. It was man defense. They turned their backs. Once Goff saw them turn their backs, I saw him pull the ball down. And this was like 9 yards back. He looked around and went, oh, wow, nobody is looking at me. And he pulled the ball down and just took off. And he knows he's not the fastest guy in the stadium. Heck, he knows that pretty much I could probably catch him. But when it's that wide open, I'm watching here on replay, this is really cool. They cleared it out, too, because of the patterns that they ran. And then he had some nice blocking inside, outside. It just totally opened up in front of him. All he had to do was just literally jog into the end zone. And that puts them up 30-23 and puts the ball back in the other man's court, as it were. And wow, the seesaw game continues because let me tell you what I expect to happen here. I expect Kansas City to bring the ball down the field. The real question in my mind is one of 3 things is going to happen in no particular order: field goal, turnover, touchdown. I do not see the punter getting involved in the second half. That's all for right now. We'll take a break. Be back soon. I got back from commercial before you did. And hey, that's actually a great time to talk about a few things, housekeeping things, as it were. Got to do the janitorial service, do the good deed. Before you go, anytime during this broadcast, please, down below, click on the subscribe, then a little bell comes up. You click on notification so that you know when we're going live, when we're going to be doing something. You're going to get the notification right away, know what's going on. And hey, we're just getting started here. This is getting better. Not only is it going to be me, it's going to be me and Sharky next time. It's going to be me and Sharky and a guest next time. We are getting bigger. We are getting better. You want to subscribe. You want to get notified. This is what's happening. It's happening now. You want to be one of the first people that says, hey, back when, you remember when ESPN was back in the day and Chris Berman? Yeah, I was watching that. Same thing right here. Jump on, get on the party, okay? Now the game's back up. Rams are forced to do something that nobody really wants to do, which is kick off to the Kansas City Chiefs when Tyreek Hill is back. And they got out of it okay. The question is, are they going to get out of the third quarter okay? Just like I mentioned earlier, I expect one of three things to happen on every drive between now and the end of the game, okay? Field goal, score, or turnover. That's it. I mean, it's going to be one of those three things. What do you think is going to happen between now and the end of the game? What do you think about what's happened so far? Comment below. And hey, actually, we have a crew here today, so hit something cool. Somebody can get in my ear. Maybe I can mention back to you online. That would be kind of neat as well. Let's jump back into the game here. They're actually looking at the replay of what's going on as Goff decides to go up the middle. And I mean, what's the big decision here? They all had their backs turned to him. It was wide open. Goff saw it, and he had to be laughing to himself, like the kid in the candy store time when he looks around and realizes the candy store, all the jars are off, and there's nobody in there but him. Same type deal. Well, look, the Chiefs come out, and they go immediately to, hey, guess what? The outside. Oh, my goodness. Who would have thought that the Chiefs would do that? And, oh, my goodness, we do have an injury here on the field. Westbrook, I believe, is who it is. Oh, man, I just hate injuries. I don't care on which side it is. This is the Rams side. Oh, man. We'll get back to that once we have more information. Defensive lineman. He does seem to be recovering himself somewhat for the Rams. Can we get on number 95? I think that's... He was actually, I believe, it's the guy I'm thinking of, a first-round draft pick of about 2 years ago. Oh, man. Okay, it's on commercial right now. We'll come back to that. Hey, in the meantime, we'd like to point out that, hey, you might notice the beer is getting less. This is the Barley Forge Game of the Week. And if you get a chance, craft beer is out there right now. Budweiser's dead. Miller Lite, any light beer is dead. Go out, get into craft beers. One of the biggest ones you can get into is Barley Forge. So check it out. The next thing I want to get into is about you guys and what you're doing out there, okay? Comment below. Let's do that, get back to you. And then also be sure, I mentioned the follow thing. Okay, we've done all that. Then, heck, I've done all my duties. I can actually get back to what I really enjoy, which is the analysis. What can the Rams defense do to the Chiefs offense right now that can make a difference? Get physical along the line. What the Chiefs receivers are really good at, Tyreek Hill especially, is they are slippery dudes on the line, man. They've got some arm over, hip twist. I mean, you have to understand, on the defense, on the line of scrimmage, the defender can't have their line directly on him. There's a little bit of space. So, and the offensive guy technically knows when the ball is going to be snapped, even if it's a silent count. I mean, he has an advantage. So he gets the first step move, and his first step and what he does after that with his shake, bake, left, right, arm over, arm under, flush you to the side, and I'm gone. Normally, to do all of that, a guy can get free, but too much time has gone by. Tyreek Hill is so fast, it does not matter. He is so quick, it does not matter. He is the bomb, okay? He is the absolute bomb. So when he gets on the line, he gets to throw, I don't know how many moves, to get his release, and that's how he's getting off, because they only have one guy out there, okay? Now, injured players. Let's talk about that for a minute. On both sides, there are injured players. The Kansas City Chiefs, they have injuries along the offensive line, and that is big. For the Rams, nothing bigger, really, than the defensive back, all right? When you talk about Aqib Talib being gone, that is huge. That is what's happening right now. Who do you think would be stuffing the guy on the line? It would be their most experienced guy on the line, okay? Now, you can find more of this information on Discord. I believe we have a Discord thing. What? I'm getting in different information here. I don't think you guys can get on Discord. I think maybe I'm supposed to go on Discord. I don't know. All right. Anyhow, what I want to get back to on this is injuries are making a huge impact on this game, and ultimately, that's up to Vegas to deal with. What's happening right now on the field is Kareem Hunt is over 100 yards and only 16 touches. Think about that. He's going to end up at a lot more than 100. The Chiefs have the ball right now. They are in control. All right? From behind, they are in control. That's just freaky. They have the momentum right now, and momentum is what decides games. They're in the same... It's really funny watching this. Both offenses look so similar. Again, a one-back set. He comes out. But unlike the Rams are going more vertical once the play starts. The Chiefs are all east-west, man. I mean, it is going east-west. That's what they did right there. But that time it was covered, and not only did they cover the receiver fairly well, underneath they cut a slow guy underneath the zone that occluded what Mahomes was trying to do, and so he tried to slide it at an awkward angle, and it just wasn't happening. So it looks like the Rams are adjusting their zones. Let's see if the Chiefs can adjust their routes. He had time. Oh, my goodness. Okay, the Rams guy fell down that time. Let me tell you how to get open when you're running towards the end zone. Let your guy fall down. In this case, Kelsey takes it all the way to the 3-yard line. I'm surprised he didn't waltz in. There was only 3 guys there to take him down. They were able to do the job, but barely. What a great pass. He had Kelsey wide open. You don't know how difficult that is as a quarterback. When you flip around and you look, and your best receiver, the guy that you want more than anybody, is wide open. Generally, what happens is you throw it about 10 yards over his head. He didn't. That ball was right on the money. It had the perfect pace on it. Mahomes is for real. This guy has ice in his veins. A lot of fun. Okay. Wow. Yeah. I'm definitely getting told to check on some injury information. And we're going to do that as soon as we take a break here. Wow. What happens right here? Mahomes comes out wide. And I got to admit, that time he didn't do the weeb move. He gave the pump fake, like, okay, maybe I'm going to pass it, even though he was past the line of scrimmage. The guy didn't break, hit him in the shoulder. He says, okay, you got me. He went out. He didn't do the wimp slide, etc., etc. Marcus Peters, by the way, is now coming back in. He's been injured. That makes 2 of the primary defenders for the Rams that have been out on this series. And, come on, how many can they take? No wonder the Chiefs are eating them up in this regard. The injuries are just serious for the Rams defense in the secondary. Okay, here on the goal line, oh yeah, walking it in. Again, Kelsey, Ethan Westbrooks, number 95. That was the guy that walked out earlier, okay? We checked on him. He's not back in for the Rams. So now they do not have the pressure they need on the line. They do not have guys that can cover. The Chiefs are going up and down the field. But hey, guess what? This is still just a 1 or 2 point game either way. We said it was going to be a shootout. I really wish you'd have checked. By the way, Sharky and I did a pregame on this. It's awesome. I believe if you check up above, you'll be able to get a link on it where we talked about the game of the week and what was leading up, and we made such good points on both sides compared to what's going on now. Again, check the card up above, and you'll see what's going on. It's some really cool stuff there. They come back in, Travis Kelce. If you play fantasy football, you know who Travis Kelce is. He's the guy who used to be Gronk's little stepchild. Now he's the number one, and Gronk is what Gronk really has been for a few years, the guy that can't stay healthy. And this may be Gronk's last year. Ooh, wow. We're going to check on that. You're actually going to find some articles on that on ProFootball.Line. You need to check out Brian Cole there. He's our excellent guy that covers the Patriots, does a fantastic job, has some inside info, comes up with some great takes. So be sure and check him. Follow Brian Cole on Twitter. It's at @B_Cole. He's a great guy to follow. All right, we're going to take a break right here while I get caught up on all the injury information that I have everybody around me trying to tell me using sign language. But hey, guess what? I always sucked at that game. I lost. Get somebody else to play it. I'll be back in a moment. I am back with the game of the week, the Barley Forge. Whoa, I always got to put you up there, Barley Forge. Hope you can see that. It's really a beautiful glass, beautiful beer, great bouquet. I don't know how else to tell you. It's just a good beer, all right? And we have a flag now. The score is tied 30-30. Kansas City, Los Angeles Rams in LA. The third quarter, 7 minutes and 4 seconds on the clock. He's calling a very strenuous foul. Unfortunately, he forgot to mention who it was on or which direction he was pointing, and the camera was so close you couldn't tell. So we know we have a foul. We just don't know on who. We'll find out when we get back. Let's talk about what's going on right now. Los Angeles Rams are on their heels. And every time they're on their heels so far in this game, and they've been put on their heels more than once, they come back. And it's been a combination of defense and offense. Jared Goff has led the offense, which is interesting because up till now it's been Gurley that has led the offense, but not today. And just as I say that, Gurley comes up the left side. Looks like about a 20-yard rip. Let's check it out. Nice little screen to him. 5, 10, 15, 20 yards. Nice little 20-yard rip. And they pick up the ball. Great tempo, play action. Again, going right back out to Gurley. Same spot, left flat. You got Gurley out there. Get this man the ball. I love what you're doing there. This is football. just run it till they stop it, man. It's really not complicated. Gurley's wide open. He says, give me the ball. There's one guy. Okay, the guy eventually does tackle him. 4 yards up the field. And he's already caught the ball 3 yards up the field. I'll take that play every day of the week. In this case, it's called a first down. Okay, quarterbacks tonight. Man, they are both hot. 295, 298 yards each. They're moving it. Goff going down the field. Tosses this one in the cheap seats a little wide. It would have been an incredible throw and catch to put it in there. I'm really glad he didn't. I think the only thing that would have happened is he would have gotten his guy hurt. They were well covered. I liked the route, though. It was a stacked route. They had both guys on the right-hand sideline going up, and they had another guy coming right behind him. So it was like, oh, wow, it was pretty interesting. And from that route, by the way, I've seen it before, one of them can break off all of a sudden, and that changes the world in lots of different ways. But you need time for that route to develop. Okay, now Goff is under center, and this doesn't happen as often. Generally when they try to hand off, and they did, and the blocking was really good except for one guy. And that's the guy that split it and tackled Gurley for no gain. Was a heck of a play, a heck of a tackle. And man, I mean, you can't ask for more than that. I mean, not only are you splitting the blocking, Jones, for the Chiefs, he's bringing down arguably, if not the best, definitely one of the best running backs in the NFL. Job well done there. Again, the Chiefs defense, wow, where does this come from? Oh, wow. The quick bubble screen to the outside, it just done well, blitzed it up, gets about 12 yards, which is kind of funny, 12 yards for number 12. And it's just a great play. The ball just makes it by the outstretched hands of the linebacker, number 55 for the Chiefs. But it's an excellent reception, hands reception, not a body reception. Brings it in, turns, knows immediately what he needs to do, get up the field. And that is what he does. It's fun to watch professionals work at their craft and not guys that are Sandlot guys. It's fun to play Sandlot. It's fun to watch your kid play Sandlot. That's about it, okay? Professionals, it's fun to watch the game. They operate at a different level. It's just fantastic when you look at the nuances that they work at that are just on automatic. Muscle memory to them takes on a whole new meaning. Okay, 2nd and 6 as they come back. We missed a short gain off to the right side. And now Goff is in an empty backfield, shotgun of course, and 5 seconds on the clock, counting down, finally gets the ball off, and whoa, nowhere to go, tries to get out of there, but escapability, he's not Big Ben, let's say. He's more like, oh crap, I got caught guy. And he did get caught, but he almost made it back to the line of scrimmage. I'll give him credit for that. He was aware of what was coming. And basically, too many guys, not enough blockers, but they had patterns called that were going to take time to develop. They did not have a hot read. Nobody read the blitz, either along the offensive line or the quarterback. So, and the wide receiver didn't do the peel off on the hot read. Nobody read that blitz, and it was successful. Well done by Kansas City again. This is a draw up the middle. Well, not really a draw, just a handoff from the shotgun. That's really a give-up play, man. Now it's 4th down. Okay, whatever. You knew right then that your offensive line was losing the battle. You knew right then that you didn't have an answer for what they were doing to you, and you gave up, and you just handed off the ball, up on the inside. You're going to settle for 3, and that's what we said was going to happen earlier. You got to make it, though. You got to make it. And, oh, wow. If you add dead and center into the same sentence, you get the idea where this kick went. No problem with Zerline. That thing was solid. Not going to be a problem. There's going to be a little commercial break here. I'm going to take one as well. We will be right back. Don't go away. Okay, we're back, and the Rams are lining up for the kickoff. And I tell you what, it was a little strange the way that this whole thing went. However, they went ahead and kicked away and went out the back of the end zone. And there was I believe, a penalty assigned on the kickoff. That's why it was a little strange. Now the Chiefs are going to come out. And what the Chiefs have done, have been successful with, again, is going to the outside by coming across the field, where the Rams defensively have been successful in stopping this is through pressure. I mean, wow, it's really not that complicated of a thing, but they're losing guys like fives. They're losing guys that can cover. They're losing guys that can pressure. Right there, okay? Oh, 3 guys on Donald. Interception. Touchdown. Rams. Yes, pressure in his face. Flips back, turns, flips the ball. Intercepted. Touchdown. Los Angeles Rams. That's 6 points. The same fellow that came up with the earlier one came up with another one. Abram, number 50. The boy running in. The boy looked good. My boy. He be my man. Oh, that is just awesome all the way around. He came back. He was held up by the right tackle. The ball was coming. He actually slapped the ball down. It looks like it bounced off his hand, off of the tackle's helmet, back to him, which he then gathered in, started for the goal line, had 2 guys on him, including Mahomes, the QB, both doing everything they can to bring him down from the 3-yard line. He puts both hands on the ball, fighting back and forth, takes it into the end zone. The man will not be denied. And yes, I said earlier, boy, now I mean man. This guy is a man. When you do that, you walk it over, that ball is going nowhere except in the end zone in his hands. Wow, what a driven warrior. This is my new favorite linebacker, my new favorite player in the NFL. This guy is exciting. Wow. And Andy Reid's looking down, moved on. He's gone on to the next play, the consummate professional. Mahomes, again, is moving on from the play. They show his face on the sidelines. He does not look as dispassionate as he did earlier in the games. He knows this is probably the game. The kick is up. It is good. Los Angeles Rams 40, KC 30. It is now 2 scores. 2 scores. Think about that, my friends. Think about that as we watch the replay. I mean, I really don't get this. Mahomes did the play action, came back. Sure, he had pressure, but nobody directly in his grill. He was able to throw this, have it happen, and then zip up and be in on the potential tackle. I really don't get this. We're going to have to look at this in depth later. I feel certain that myself and Sharky will probably break this down as a play on its own, slow motion, get the engineers involved to bring this play down because, wow, Mahomes did that. But regardless of the bonality, if you will, of making that throw, the play that he did to slap the ball out of the air into the helmet of the guy that was blocking him. Disengage himself as the ball was coming. Slap it back into the helmet. Then bobble it together. Turn and gather his strength and his power to bowl 2 guys into the end zone with him. What an NFL football player this guy is. I wish I knew more about him. I will know more about him the next time that I watch the Los Angeles Rams. Wow. Okay, the kickoff has already happened. After the play, we got a flag on that. There's going to be some emotions going here. This is still the 3rd quarter. This is not the game. This is anybody's game. Earlier, the Chiefs had the momentum. Right now, the Los Angeles Rams have the momentum. This flag, of course, is against the Chiefs. Seems it's always against the kickoff team right now on these plays. They're going to show this replay ad nauseum. I still do not get where he was going with this ball. Yeah, I do, actually. Okay, I do. I don't get why he went there because he had to see this guy who made a super athletic play, it's number 50. on Abrams. And wow, I'm just blown. He's on the left-hand side, and this guy is just insane. An engineer just showed me a note. We're going to find you some information on this guy and share some stats with you, etc. here shortly. Okay, the Chiefs get the ball. They're going to hand off. I get the feeling here that the Chiefs are they're reeling. This is the first time I've felt the Chiefs reeling. Earlier, I felt they were confused in the first quarter a little bit, but never reeling. I thought the Rams were. I thought the Rams' defense was reeling. Right now, I feel that the Chiefs' offense is just confused, discombobulated. I don't know, though. Mahomes, wow. This guy is for real, okay? Mahomes is not going to let this get him down. I do not believe. Then again, I could be wrong. I could totally be wrong. I don't even know what happened right here, but I'm pretty sure the Rams just scored another touchdown. Yep, that's what it looks like to me. I'm thinking that pretty much Mahomes here just boned it again, off to the left-hand side, through what was essentially a backwards pass, also known as a fumble. Okay, no. The ball was just slapped up in the air as he was throwing forward. He's throwing downfield. As he does, pressure from the right and the left. It was a pressure from the right that actually hit the ball. The ball goes straight up in the air. Now, and off to his left. There's a lot going on in this play, okay? Now, as the ball goes off to the left, what happens to it then? It hits the ground, but it's going backwards. So at that point, it's a backwards pass. Wow, it's going to be interesting. Are they ruling that the ball never went forward? It was slapped out of his hand backwards. So that technically makes it, as my understanding of the rule, that's a lateral, okay? That is a lateral, and that's the way it's going to go. And I'm going to break this in, give you some quick info. The guy who is just single-handedly on defense taking over this game for the Rams, all right, he has 18 tackles. Think about that for a moment. 18 tackles. 2 sacks, 3 forced fumbles, and I believe he has 2 touchdowns. Okay, I got this wrong. Okay. Basically a shitload of stats, okay? This guy is incredible. What he is doing right now, it is totally blowing up. He is single-handedly running over this game. I know he's got 2 touchdowns because I watched him run it in. 18 tackles, and they're over there scribbling. We're going to get some more stats in a moment. But the referees are coming back, and they're going to explain the ruling here. And I really want to hear this. After review, the quarterback's hand was coming. It is an incomplete pass. I'm looking. The ball never left the QB's hand. Now, the hand was coming forward, but it was slapped out of his hand by the guy. Oh, man. Wow. That seems to me to be a QB-friendly rule, but wow, we're not surprised. This is the NFL. I think that's an interpretation of the rule that I do not agree with. The Chiefs dodged a bullet there. Okay, so he does not have 2 touchdowns now because that one did not count. All right, they're back in the shotgun. It is still 1:21 in the third, looking downfield. This gave the Chiefs time to recover. They are going downfield. Whoa, went to Tyreek Hill. Ball was on target. This time, however, the Rams defender totally covered, cut it short, should have had the interception. I know he had both hands on that ball. He had to. If not, he had his chest on the ball. And this is Joyner. Okay, only had one hand. Oh, my goodness. I don't know why he only had one hand, but he did. But this was Joyner, the guy earlier that froze like a deer in the headlights. This time, excellent play by Joyner. Chiefs are going to kick. And the Rams don't really have a guy to bring back that strikes fear in your heart. But when you have a guy that kicks as badly as the Chief just did, he just shanked it hard to the left. He got lucky on a bounce, and it rolled a little bit downfield for an extra 10 yards, but it's still the Rams ball in the 30. What a horrible, horrible kick. Come on, man. I mean, that was a shame. How can you do that, man? Seriously. You get paid to do one thing, man. One thing. Wow, that was bad. All right, it's going to take a quick commercial break here. We're going to come back. And when we do, we're going to talk about what the Rams are going to be doing to the Chiefs, because right now, I believe they've got an answer, and I haven't seen the Chiefs come up with a response that's going to stop the Rams' attack. And actually, I don't think we have to go very far, because I think they're going to go right now. Hey, let's stick with it. Yeah, and that's the Rams' attack right now. Oh, beautiful. Gurley and more Gurley. This time for 20 yards off the left side, in between the guard and the tackle. What a nice hole. He didn't really get touched till he got about 8 yards up the field. Then he just started bowling people. 5, 10, yeah, 8. Oh, wow. He just put somebody back on their pins and went another 4 to 6 yards past that. Really nicely done, Gurley. Really nicely done. He is one of the best running backs in the NFL for a reason. All right, again, this time play action to Gurley. It freezes everybody. They pass it back to Gurley, almost like a reverse flea flicker. He scoots outside to the left, gets a first down, but a flag does come flittering up, and a place that usually indicates holding, usually on the offense. We're going to wait on this one. Oh, holding. Oh, offense. We are surprised. All right, so it's going to go back. This puts them in a passing down. And when you're up by 10, I'm really curious what's going to happen here, okay? Are they going to do the NFL norm? Go conservative. Because when you go conservative, what you're doing is you're saying, my defense can win for me because my offense is not going to make a first down. Sean McVay, in order to make a first down here, you're going to have to play Sean McVay offense. What are you going to do? Hey, what do you think they're going to do? Comment below, man. I'm really curious about that. You know, as we do this game, especially as we get the full crew in here next time we do one, and we're going to have more people interactive, we're going to be able to get interaction between you and us and what we're talking about and what we're doing. I think that's going to be a lot of fun. So, hey, throw some stuff on there. I'm going to take a quick break. Be right back. Okay, the beginning of the fourth quarter, and why not start it off with a sack and a crap load of flags? I think we're going to get some holds here. Some people may want roughing the quarterback. Oh, no, 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 no. Those were all legitimate hits. These were holds on top of the sack. If I were them, I'm going to decline the penalty, take the sack. Um, oh, my goodness. They bought the farm. The Rams are not doing a good job at all of blitz recognition, okay? They just are not. The Chiefs are bringing four on a regular basis, but when they blitz, they're bringing the farm. They're not bringing one. They're bringing everybody. And the Rams are just folding. The Rams have a plus offensive line for this year. This has been a strength of theirs. But in blitz pickup this game, the Rams offensive line has an F grade. They have failed. They need to do better, man. Okay, now they're back in the shotgun. It's like, second and 30. That's right, second and 30. Yeah, I'm not handing off this time earlier, but I am going to throw a pass about 29 yards downfield when my receiver is 31 yards downfield. That's right, it hit him at his feet. I don't really know what happened on that. Goff did not have pressure. He could step up. Wow, a bad pass, man. Bad time for it to happen. I mean, it happens to all QBs. One slips out of their hand, it sticks to their hands, whatever excuse they use at that time. That's the worst time, man. Fourth quarter, you do not want that happening. All right, now he's back again, single back. Okay, this is another give-up play, okay? It's a straight handoff to Gurley. It's not even a draw. I mean, you're in the shotgun, not the best formation to run out of, and you're just going to hand it off to Gurley? Why not just go up and take a knee? That way, the offensive linemen don't maybe take a bang. If you're going to just totally give the down up, I mean, this is twice you've done this. Twice you've just said, okay, we don't really care what happens this down. We're just going to punt it. Why not just punt on third down? Why the fuck go one more down? It just blows my mind, Sean McVay, why you do this. I don't mind you playing conservative, but why get somebody hurt in the process? Go ahead and say, I give up. And do that. That I can't think of something with my mind that is creative enough on this down when they know we need a bunch of yards. I can't think of something to get a few more yards that maybe puts us in a better position. Okay, fine. Wow. Okay. Tyreek Hill again came close to slipping out of the corner. The punter for the Rams is doing an excellent job on his directional punting. And by the way, I was wrong. I said I did not believe that the punter would be involved in the second half. And wow, he really hasn't for the Chiefs, has he? Be back after this commercial break. And welcome back from the break as we come. Hey, I want to remind everyone as we do these, we're going to be doing more live YouTube with games as we watch. And we're going to be getting the whole crew together. Me, Sharky, John, Rado, Lee, some guests coming in, watching some live sports, talking about them as they're going on, giving you some insight as only the Sports Talk Line network can, as only VanderShark can. It's a great crew. Be sure and tune in and watch it. Now let's watch the Chiefs as basically they start their drive from the shadow of their own goalpost, which they have been doing the entire second half. And you know what? Successfully. But they are still down 10 points. 13-14 is what's on the clock in the fourth quarter. And this is it, okay? Every drive counts. You're down 2 points. 2 scores, excuse me. So you need a touchdown and one more score to at least tie. Maybe win if you went for 2 on the touchdown for some strange reason. This is the drive that is going to be the difference. And so far, the Rams have not shown that they have what it takes to stop a drive midfield. They've been letting it go down and getting either a turnover or giving up a field goal or a touchdown. But the turnover thing has been working for them. Right now, however, their offense has let the momentum slip back the other way. It's going to be very interesting. What the Chiefs are going to do is nothing really big. Now, actually, it's pretty wild. We have Mahomes under center. Usually that means he's going to hand off. He did not. It's a play-action pass. Oh, my goodness. He's going deep. Wide open is Tyreek Hill. Walk-in touchdown. Nobody there. Remember I was talking earlier saying when they go up under center, it's almost always a run, except occasionally. They keep that in their pocket. They did it right here. All right. And it went in for 6. Boom, like that. There is a flag on the play. I really do not expect this to be against the Chiefs, though. On the right-hand side, the right tackle had a block where the guy came off the edge and he put him down on the ground, but he pulled his hands up saying, no, 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 not me. For some reason, the guy that was covering Hill held up his hands like, hey, I'm not touching him. I'm not touching him. I'm letting him go. And I'm like, what are you doing letting him go? And it's like, what is going on? However, there is a flag. It's unsportsmanlike conduct on Tyreek Hill. That will be after the touchdown, though. It will not affect the score. However, it will affect, I believe they assigned that on the kickoff, but I don't believe it's the extra point. Tyreek Hill was so wide open. I mean, that is amazing. No, it is on the extra point, man. They're doing the extra point back from like the 35-yard line. Okay. All right, it's through the middle. It doesn't matter. It is now 37-40. It is a 3-point game. And let us not forget, no matter how big of a play this is, the Rams are still up by 3. But right now, the momentum is definitely in the Kansas City Chiefs' hands, and so is the speed. Man, when you got all that speed, and then later in the fourth, when you get tired, wow, that speed gets bigger, it gets faster, it gets quicker. And right now, the Rams, with their injuries on defense, that speed is really adding up. More after the break. Okay, welcome back. And this is exciting time. The Rams have received the kickoff. They make it out just past the 25 to about the 28-yard line. Kansas City Chiefs at Los Angeles Rams. This is pretty much, oh, wow, we got another flag down. Of course, it's a kickoff. You're going to have a flag. But as they work that out and drive it back, this is what it's about. This is what Neil, Sharkey, and I were talking about back on the Game of the Week. And by the way, you can catch that. I believe it's on this side over here. You're going to catch a card you can kick out and watch what we said about the Game of the Week. And as we broke down the different sides, we knew it was going to come down to the fourth quarter. We knew that it was going to be a fight. We knew that it was going to be a seesaw battle, back and forth, lead changing. And that is what has happened. It's not a matter of one team getting out to a big lead and the other team coming back. No, it's been back, forth, score, counter score, score, counter score, score, counter score. It hasn't been lead change back forth so much as lead, catch up, lead, catch up. Same thing, two teams going back and forth. Right now, Kansas City has the advantage. They have the momentum, even though they are down by 3 points, and the Rams have the ball on this drive. Let's see what happens, because ultimately, I don't know. It's like what Sharky and I said. It's so hard to call. Okay, Sharky took KC. I took LA. Man, I don't know what's going to happen. Right now, Goff drops back, shadow of his own goalpost, going downfield. Unlike Mahomes, he had the same thing. All he had to do was drop it over the defender into his guy's hands. He overthrew it. Right now, hey, guess what, LA? Mahomes got the better arm. It's happened more than once this game. Mahomes has made that throw. He has made that touch throw over the top, dropping it right in the guy's basket. It's just beautiful to watch. And Goff has missed a few throws, and he didn't have pressure on him. I mean, there's urgency in the game, but he just missed the throw, man. He took his best shot at it. He blew it. Clock's winding down. They're going to do that. Okay. Take the time out. They weren't able to get the playoff. LA wasn't. Took the time off. Goff's going to come to the sideline. Talk to McVay. The Rams, the LA Rams, they are disjointed at this point. And at this point, curious, 11-16 to go in the game, okay? 37-40. LA Rams are up by 3. Who do you think is going to win? All right? Rams up by 3, 11 minutes left in the game. Who do you think is going to win? Comment below. I'm curious. Call it right now. I'm sticking with my call. I'm sticking with the Rams. I don't have to call Sharky right now. I know what he's going to say. Kansas City's going to pull it out. Okay. So we have ours. I'm really curious what you're going to do. Right now in the shadow of his goalpost, they go back. Oh, man. Sharky's got to be laughing right now. As basically the Kansas City defense took the ball right out of Goff's arms as he was getting ready to throw a pass. And this time the referee didn't call incomplete. And instead, it's a touchdown for Kansas City as he just swirled out with the ball in his hands, 2 steps, walked into the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. It's a new game, and Kansas City has the lead.
Nine people.
All right, thanks for the break there. I had to check something. I looked back at 2 other plays. What we're seeing right now is what I've been talking about all along. Not all along, but in the second half. The Rams' offensive line is getting outplayed. This wasn't a matter of one guy breaking down. The entire offensive line is getting pushed back on their heels. You watch the replay on this play, and it'll be up all over. You'll be able to see it. Look at how disjointed the Rams' offensive line is. They're back on their heels, literally walking backwards where their weight is behind them and their feet is in front of them. This is not good. Not on one guy, let alone the entire line. Goff is trying to move around to find room to throw in the pocket. There is no room. I got to admit, Goff, you got to know when it's time to just bite the bullet and pull the ball down. He tried to make the throw, but as he pulls his arm back, they literally just take the ball out of his arm. He was surrounded. He had nowhere to go. And props to the Kansas City team. The Chiefs players did the smart thing. Don't tackle the quarterback there. My goodness, they'll throw a flag at you. Instead, rip his arm off. Take it into the end zone. If he comes along with you, hey, that's all the better. I am suitably impressed with what the Kansas City Chiefs defense has done. Neil did tell me and mention vociferously about the Chiefs defense playing better, specifically against the run, but not against the pass. So, hey, Sharky, it doesn't count. But what I'm seeing right now is just really amazing. It's going to be very interesting to see if it continues because the Rams get the ball back. They are now down by 4 points. They got to go up the field. They're not panicking. They give the ball to Gurley, this time on first down instead of 3rd and 30. That's nice of them. There is 10 minutes, 55 seconds left. Remember just a moment ago I asked you at 11 seconds to who is going to win below? Now who do you think is going to win, 4 points the other way. Goff, oh man, back in the pocket, crisp throw to the outside. They haven't run a pattern or a play like this. It looks to me, very honestly, frankly, that McVay has pulled some new plays out of the playbook. Okay, this is a nice play action. Crisp from the slot. They got two guys running across right to left, and both of them were wide open. Goff took the right one, put the money. Oh, now he's going deep up the center. But again, he's short. All he had to do was put the ball on the money to Woods, and the Rams had a touchdown. That's twice now Goff has come up short. What is going on here, man? I mean, this is way short. I don't know if they're going to give Woods this catch or not. He somewhat trapped it. They're trying to get a play off as quick as they can. They did get it off, so it is going to count. They throw an incompletion to Woods to the outside. Doesn't matter. That play was designed to cement the earlier play. Because I'm telling you, 50-50 as to whether Woods caught it or trapped it. Yeah, they're showing it on a replay now. Oh, man, I'm thinking that he trapped it. Okay, but it was still a hell of a catch. And, hey, it counted, so it was a catch. Right now, we have 2nd and goal. And what they need here, they do not need a field goal. They need a touchdown. The Rams need to punch it over, okay? That's what this is about. He goes back. He's looking. He floats it up. He's looking for a flag out in the corner. I didn't see the penalty. The referee didn't see the penalty. The only person that saw the penalty was only two people were Goff and the receiver. This is on Woods. As Woods runs into a guy trying to create a penalty. That's not how it works. Come on. Throw your shoulder into a guy with the ball up in the air and then turn around and ask for a flag. Yeah, there should be a flag. It should have been on the offense. That was cheesy. Come on, man. You got a better play than that down there. That's your plays to trying to get a first down. Okay, now it's a quick snap count. That was fairly creative. And whoa, does it work? As they come back to Everett, the tight end on the inside, he just does a nice inside curl in traffic. Goff looks up, does a little straight arm flip, hits the ball right between the numbers. Everett grabs it in, curls around. It's called 6 points. This is exactly what they needed. And a very creative play, 2 times in a row. I like that. I like it a lot. A lot better than the earlier, oh, please give me a penalty play. That was lame. Come on. McVay, this is what they pay you for. You delivered. I like it. Be back after the break. They're going to get the extra point. Hey guys, welcome back to the Sports Talk Line Game of the Week. Kansas City Chiefs at Los Angeles Rams, and it's everything that Sharky and I on VanderShark Game of the Week had hoped it to be. It is the absolute bomb. Okay, back and forth. But at this point, what we want to do, oh, it's not a commercial break, excuse me. We want to engage you guys in a conversation, okay? This is the dregs of the game. We get a lot of commercials, things are going on. This is when something like this can really drag on and get long. What I'm curious is, what do you see as techniques that are working, not working? I'm now seeing the Rams doing much better at covering the east-west attack of the Kansas City Chiefs. The Kansas City Chiefs had been going there, and through the second and third quarter, they were eating the Rams alive with that east-west attack, doing the crossing patterns, and the Rams just could not keep up with the speed. Now, all of a sudden, here in the fourth, Joyner woke up. He looked like, wow, all of a sudden, man, the meds kicked in, and I'm here, I'm there, I can see what's going on. He's playing. And hey, by the way, if you're sitting there, this is a great time to take a Barley Forge beer break. There's a commercial on, depending on exactly how your delay is. And hey, if there's a commercial on, it's a great time to catch a cold one. Oh my, yes. Honeydew vine water. All right, we're coming back, and what I'm seeing is the kickoff here, the great kickoff, and the inevitable penalty that's coming right after. They are kicking deep, going in. And wow, it squirted down at about the 2-yard line. It was a beautiful kick, as opposed to kicking it out of the end zone. They were looking to make a play on it. But the guy actually missed the ball, and it squirted out the back of the end zone, so it will come out to the 25-yard line. That's where they will take over. In Kansas City, understand this, they need a touchdown. That's why it was so important for the Rams to bring home the hammer last time. They did not need to go down there and settle again. I've said it over and over and over. Field goals keep you in a game. Touchdowns win games. Right now, both teams are scoring touchdowns. So we're going to see what happens here. Wow, Kelsey to the outside, bubble screen. This time, the Rams were totally ready for it. The defense was alive, looking, heads on a swivel, not overcommitting. Mahomes is totally into his helmet here in between plays. And I'm a little curious about that because to me it means they don't really know what they're doing. They're probing. They're trying to come up with something here. Because so far, both teams have come up with counter moves to the other team's moves. And it's been fascinating. We're looking at a shotgun single back here. Mahomes gets pressure to the inside, escapes to the outside again, catches Tyreek Hill up the sideline, but the tackle is made instantly. He's pushed out of bounds. Still, though, it's like about a 6-yard gain. Man, Tyreek Hill is tough. And Mahomes, man, once he gets outside of the pocket, I mean, the guy is good. On the move, he throws the ball very well. I've seen Goff come up short. Mahomes, on the money. Okay, Reed is tuned in. He's checking his chart. And I love how Mahomes is not afraid to change the play up there. The Rams are moving around on the defense. They're coming in short inside, going to Kelsey. But Mahomes, he put it in the dirt. That was just not good. Look, we're going to take a quick commercial break here. We will be right back.
Battery is kaput.
And okay, guys, we're going to have to take a moment here and focus. We had a battery go dead. So this is kind of weird. Give us a moment. Okay, we're good. We're good. All right. Thank you so much. The Ratto on camera there. Thank you, Ratto. Thank you, Ratto. All right. Now, the game's coming back, and they're changing fields. I actually got totally distracted there. Kansas City had the chance here. All right? That's what it boils down to. This is the game of the week, and as we talked about earlier in the game of the week episode, that way. Okay, yeah, click there. This was going to be a back and forth, a seesaw battle, and that is exactly what's going on here. Right now, the Rams have the ball, okay? They're inside their own 20, and what they need to do is the 4-minute offense. This is where you win games. Beautiful misdirection play to Cooks to the outside. It's beautiful because I really like the ball handling that Goff did. It was very deft, very nice. It sucked, however, because the Chiefs read it all the way. It went for naught, but they kept it in bounds, so the clock keeps running. Goff goes back, play action. This time he's looking deep. He throws it away. And that was a smart play by Goff. And I don't think it was a bad play. Now, they're going to be purists that are going to go, don't stop the clock, don't stop the clock. What'd you do? Oh, my goodness. What he did, he's in the shadow of his own goalpost. If he has to punt from here, it's not going to be good. He's trying to make a first down and win the game. I like it. He went for it. It was aggressive. Way to go, Sean McVay. Hey, it didn't work. The execution was poor, and why it was poor? The offensive line. The offensive line is getting beat by the Kansas City defensive line. Okay, now we're doing a bubble screen to Cooks. Wow. I think he's going to be a yard short. Half a yard short. Yep, definitely short. This is in the shadow of your own goalpost. This is where all of these sandlot crews say, go for it, go for it. This is where you go for it. You have a defense that makes a ton of money, okay? And this is where they're supposed to earn it with 7 minutes in the game. With 7 minutes in the game, you punt it. This is not a conversation. And guess what? They're going to punt it. Okay. Or not. Great time for a fake. Not here. Not with 7 minutes in the game. Too risky. There's only one thing that can go right and a million things that can go wrong. So you punt it. And wow, what a nice punt. And unfortunately, it bounced off of a Rams player back towards the Kansas City way. So they got a nice bounce there. And Andy Reid's team, the Kansas City Chiefs, will take over and go on offense against the Los Angeles Rams here in L.A. at the Coliseum, the L.A. Coliseum. I'm talking about where the Olympics were held. It's pretty honored grounds there that they're playing on. When they come back, it's going to be more of the same. The Chiefs got hoodwinked the last time. Okay, they really did. They came out and they tried to run their East-West game, and the Rams have shut it down. They're basically getting better pressure off the front, plus they are now playing combo coverage. Before, they were playing straight zone across and or straight man-to-man, so they were caught chasing. Now they're doing combo coverage so that when the guy gets away from him, he's got a guy on top closing. Now, if he can get the ball into the window, he's got a completion. Before, as long as he got it in front of him, he had a completion. Now he's got to get it before the guy can close on him and hit him. Entirely different. Wow. Okay, first play from scrimmage. The Chiefs take the ball. Great coverage downfield. Exactly what I'm talking about. The combo coverage is closing down the gaps. And they had good containment on Mahomes. He basically just pulled the ball into his chest, ate it, went down. That's what you want. I mean, why not go down? If you're going to go down and sit, why not go down and sit and have a, where is it? Where is the great logo there? The Barley Forge logo. There we go. The Barley Forge beer while you're sitting down, okay? There's the Barley Forge sack. All right. They go back, and now it's 3rd and 9, okay? They had a great situation earlier, second short. Now Donald gets loose, but Mahomes is wide on the outside. He almost makes it. I got to give him credit. He did not slide. He went down head first,
put his arm out, reached for the first down marker as far as he could, still came up a yard short. A solid yard, I would say yard and a half short, because his knees went down beforehand. Reed looks like he's going for it on 4th and 2. Yes, he is. This is it. And the Rams Stadium, the Los Angeles Coliseum, is going wild, man. You can literally see it shaking. They're in a shotgun. 2 guys in the backfield. It's a handoff pitch out, and it is waved off. There is a timeout, I believe, or something going on. I believe Sean McVay got a timeout, and why not? That was a beautiful. Reed called a trick play, and guess what? It would have worked. It would have gone for a first down and perhaps a lot more. That was a great trick play and went for nothing. Now they know what's coming. McVay got the timeout in. Wow, who's the vet coach now? Ooh, Spank. Okay, Reed, go back to your playbook, and I got nothing but respect for Andy Reid. I've watched him win a lot of games, a lot of come-from-behind games, a lot of close games. But right now it's down to 1 play with 4:37 on the clock. I mean, he could go further, but hey, right now, this is the play. 4th and 2. Shotgun, single back, slot left. Wow, what more do you want? Man in motion, Tyreek Hill comes into the backfield, circling back around, and he's looking for somebody to throw to and has him in the middle. Kelsey, first down and comfortably quite a bit more. First down. That's what winning teams do. That's what playoff teams do. They come through when they have to in the clutch. And who'd he go to? The tight end. Come on, man. When you are a quarterback, especially a young quarterback in the NFL, learn who your tight end is. He is your friend. And when you have one of the best tight ends in the NFL, wow, he's your really good friend. Kelsey, what a play. How he got open. How do you let him open? I have no idea. All right, they come back. It is still 3:54 to go in the 4th. 1st and 10. They get the ball off. That's good. And Mahomes up the middle, but he is slapped, tackled, giggled, tripped up. Maybe a 1 or 2 yard gain. I don't know. That's Westbrooks, the guy that is now back in the game after being injured earlier. What a play. You've heard of the term shoestring tackle? This was literally it. His hand first hit him at the thigh. It dragged down the thigh. As it came down, when he got to his shoe, it jerked. Boom, Mahomes went. Beautiful job. All right, again, 1 back set to the left slot, single back. He goes back on the shotgun. Quick pass to the outside to Tyreek Hill. Excuse me, not to Tyreek Hill, to number 11. And again, the same result, man. First down, 1st and 10, 3:05 on the clock, and they stopped the clock with that play. The Chiefs work the outside like nobody's business. These guys move. And I mean, it's just amazing watching how they find the nuance to work in the zones outside of the hash marks. I mean, that's not the biggest part of the field, but they just live out there. It's amazing. Okay, basically, the Rams need to get pressure. If they can't get pressure, it's going to be awfully tough. But they also have to get containment, play action up the middle, and it is to the other tight end, okay, Harris, and he does a bobble catch, and there is a flag thrown in late. I'm not really clear on that. It may be a helmet-to-helmet hit when it comes in down on the ground like that. That's really weird. I mean, the player went low to the ground. The players to tackle him went low to the ground. This is going to be really interesting to see how they call this. Remember now, we're this close to flag football. This close. All right, here's the guy. Personal foul on the defense. Of course, because he made a tackle on a guy that was making a move on a ball. All right, I've got to see this on replay. I have not yet. We're watching. The ball is up in the air. He comes around. It's direct. Oh, okay. It should be a foul on the offensive guy, Harris, who lowered his helmet and drove it into the defensive player. This is such BS. I cannot say it enough. Man, I love protecting the players, but that was totally the offensive guy creating it. By the way, the next play, they get a touchdown to Connolly on the right, which was a beautiful play. But the Rams are rocked, and I don't blame them. This is the NFL creating something out of nothing. Why play defense? Why not just run out there, run patterns, see who can make the prettiest pass play downfield? Because you don't want anybody to play defense. This is a joke. This reminds me back in the day when basically it was the Jordan rules, and it was what I called the end of the NBA as I enjoyed it, when the Detroit Pistons came to town with their bully ball and just started slamming everybody around and turned it into a physical sport instead of a thing of beauty that went from one end of the court to the other. The same thing is having here, but in reverse. Instead of it being a physical sport, which it is supposed to be, they're trying to turn it into a no-hands sport, which they did here on that play. No hands, nobody got touched, everybody's excited. Wow, I think I just threw up in my mouth. I'll be back after the break.